HR Basics is a series of short courses designed to highlight what you need to know about a particular human resource management topic. In today's HR Basics, we explore the ADDIE model, discussing the best system for creating great training experiences. Training is the development and delivery of information people will use in their jobs. If you're new to training development and have been thinking of putting together any type of training program, it's important to know and understand the most basic training tool used by professional trainers. It's called the ADDIE model. The ADDIE model is basically a generic, systematic, step-by-step framework used by instructional designers, developers, and trainers to ensure course development and learning does not occur in a haphazard, unstructured way. It's designed to ensure that learners will achieve the goals of the course. It allows for the evaluation of learners' needs, the design and development of training materials, and the evaluation of effectiveness of the training program using processes with specific, measurable outcomes. ADDIE is an Instructional Systems Design, or ISD, model. Most of the current instructional design models are spin-offs or variations of the ADDIE model. One commonly accepted improvement to this model is the use of rapid prototyping. This is the idea of receiving continual or formative feedback while instructional materials are being created. This model attempts to save time and money by catching problems while they're still easy to fix. The ADDIE model is a framework that trainers use to develop great training courses. In the first phase, analysis, needs, and objectives are established. In the design phase, learning objectives, session structure, and resources are identified. During the development phase, content for the training session is completed. The implementation phase involves the preparation and delivery of training content. And finally, the evaluation phase is ongoing and ensures all stated goals of the learning process will meet the specified needs. The 5 phases, analysis, design, development, implementation, and evaluation, represent a dynamic, flexible guideline for building effective training and performance support tools. In the first phase, analysis, needs, and objectives are established. Analysis is the data-gathering element of instructional design. Here, instructional designers assemble all information they can possibly gather about the project before they consider anything else. Decisions about every aspect of the project must eventually be made. The information that instructional designers gather at this stage will be put to use throughout the system, so it's necessary that they have every scrap of data to ensure they design a successful training experience. Below are some of the questions that are addressed during the analysis phase. Who is the audience and what are their characteristics? How do I identify new behavioral outcomes? What types of learning constraints exist? What are the delivery options? What are the online pedagogical considerations? And what is the timeline for project completion? In the design phase, learning objectives, session structure, and resources are identified. Design is the blueprinting stage of instructional systems during which instructional designers create the blueprint for a project with all the specifications necessary. During this stage, instructional designers write the objectives, construct course content, and complete the design plan. These are the steps used in the design phase. First, documentation of the project's instructional, visual, and technical design strategy. Then, we apply instructional strategies according to the intended behavioral outcomes by a domain, like cognitive, affective, or psychomotor. Then, we create storyboards and design the user interface and user experience. We prototype and create any applications that might be necessary for the training design. And then finally, we apply visual or graphic design. During the development phase, content for the training session is completed. Materials production and pilot testing are hallmarks of development. At this stage, most non-designers begin to see progress. Everything from lecture notes to virtual reality is brought from design to deliverable. Before instructional designers move from the development to implementation, it is wise for them to pilot test to ensure that deliverables do not need to be redeveloped. The implementation phase involves the preparation and delivery of training content. The most familiar of the elements is implementation. At implementation, the design plan meets the learner, and the content is delivered. The evaluation process that most designers and learners are familiar with takes place in this element. Evaluation is used to gauge the degree to which learners meet objectives and facilitators or technologies deliver the project. The evaluation phase is ongoing and ensures all stated goals of the learning process will meet the specified needs. The evaluation phase consists of two parts, formative and summative. Formative evaluation is present in each stage of the ADDIE process. Summative evaluation consists of tests designed for domain-specific, criterion-related referenced items and providing opportunities for feedback. Evaluation doesn't deserve to be listed last in the ADDIE model because it takes place in every element and surrounds the instructional design process. The advantages of using an instructional system are numerous, the most important being the ability to design projects quickly and efficiently. The ADDIE model is best put to use as soon as someone in an organization thinks that there's a need for a training course.